Freeing the Pigeon. A story about empathy and collaboration. Welcome to the Intuitive Wisdom Corner. Well, we sat on a porch of a small takeout restaurant, eating our meal. The place was almost empty. Only two other tables were occupied. At the table facing us, a man was feeding French fries for his 3-year-old son. To our right, two heavy-set, middle-aged men were enjoying enormous sandwiches, laughing loudly between their bites. A few friendly pigeons wandered across the floor, scavenging for crumbs. Some were bold enough to hop onto the tables, snatching bits of food a moment they were unattended. They hardly flinch when they were shooed away. One pigeon limped noticeably. The man with the little boy seems to notice it too. He began tossing fries towards it, carefully coaxing the bird to come closer. His son watched, fascinated, as the pigeon inched forward. I thought it was a sweet way to amuse a child and feeding a crippled bird. Then, with a swift motion, the man reached out and caught the pigeon and pressed it gently to his chest. The bird struggled, flapped his wing, but soon grew still. I frowned. I tried to catch his eye to signal disapproval, but his focus never left the bird. He turned it over, and I saw that he had seen a thin string tangled tightly around the claws of the bird that was causing the limp. And he began to work to free it, carefully trying to unwind the strings. The task was delicate. The bird was squirming and the knots were tight. Noticing the scene, one of the sandwich eaters put down his food and approached without a word. He pulled a small pocket knife from his pocket and offered to help. The man holding the pigeon steadied it, while the other worked the blade gently between the tiny claws, cutting the strand one after the other. It was a quiet, absorbing moment. Two strangers bent over a struggling bird, head close together, working patiently to free it. The second sandwich eater stayed behind, smirking. "Maybe you should just leave the pigeon alone," he called. "If you take the string off, it will get confused. It's used to limping. Now it will have to learn to walk straight again." No one answered. He went on chuckling. "You're working so hard. Might be easier to cut off her legs." Still no response. The two men focused on the delicate task. "If you save the pigeon, it will get dependent on you. You'll have to come every day and feed it." He chuckled and took a large bite of his sandwich. Finally, the last bit of the string fell away. The man with the knife folded the blade, and the man with the bird stood up. He walked a few steps and placed the bird gently on the ground. The bird didn't move. "You see," the man at the table said, "it's confused. Maybe you shouldn't have freed it." The other ignored him. They stood silently, watching. Then slowly, the pigeon straightened up. It gave a small hop, then another, and suddenly lifted into the air, soaring away. The two men exchanged a quiet nod without a word, and they returned to their seats, one to the excited little boy and the other to his half-eaten sandwich. So, when you observe a collaboration, don't dismiss it, support it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, Please share it. Watch the previous one and subscribe for more. Thank you.